this blue dot's going on the air. Looks like he's going everywhere. With his pet Jenny and his blue dot family. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. On his first Naruto run. Looked like this blue dot was having fun. He is not a mouse. Moved from the shop to the house. With Marsha and his clan. This blue dot is the man. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. Looked like he was having fun. Looked like this blue dot is gonna run. He likes to say every day in his own special way. Are you shitting me? And he loves his blue dot family. We love John, he is the man. And we love this special clan. We are a blue dot family. And we like to
Hello, family. Baby, that's our own T.W. Travis, our singing cowboy there. We appreciate his voice all the time. It is Thursday, baby. It's time for a Blue Dot family meeting. Am I over? Am I good?
You're good. I'm actually now having to dial down your mic because it's in the right position. So, yeah, just keep talking.
Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. Now I've got to feel like a... Anyway, I want to thank Randy Peterson, pig, for showing up. Dorothy Tyndall, Joy Peters is here, Stephanie Dean, and Jay Clayton's around there probably strumming a guitar with a rose in his teeth and, in the sunset. Stephanie Dean, I heard you fell down, dear. What the hell is that? Got your elbow busted up and shit like that? Oh, darling, I'm worried about you. Do what Jay says do. Anyway, Bethy Brown is here. George Murray's here, my buddy. Gary Spring up in Canada come down here to visit. And Sherry P. Esther Ramirez, my dear friend. It's in my Rolodex going through Esther's parrot's name. It's in my head. It's going around in the Rolodex. It'll come to me in a minute. Martha Oliveira here. Melvin Roberts is here, along with Candy 2. Virginia Woody's here. Brian Champagne. I appreciate. Here's Karen Cernts. How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all are here. Boy, howdy shit. I think we'll have a little something to talk about today. I am in kind of a good... Oh, let's go ahead and get that here before we get too started, too. I'm kind of enjoying the last few days as best as you can. Even when things are terrible, you have a tendency to want to try to find a giggle, a laugh, something to make you feel better. Anyway, right there at the end of last, I guess that was Tuesday's live show, I wanted to catch this. Diana Mallory donated $20 through Super Chat and said, I got mail today. And so saith. And Sammy Love has subscribed to our YouTube channel, as well as Aswad Kafeli, has joined our YouTube family. We appreciate it tremendously. Now, oh yeah, well, we got things to talk about. Like I said, I was getting a little bit of a chuckle because, one of the headlines is Donnie's Trump presidency at the lowest point it's ever been. He's tanking like a rock because everything's in the news. Everything from the Bolton book coming out calling him a traitor, just like we already knew he was. We got, what else we got? DACA was saved today by the Supreme Court of the United States. That pissed him off. There's a lot to talk about. Donnie's taking it on the chin today, and he ain't happy about it. They say he's really mad. Poor little baby. Get the hell out, Donnie. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, you idiot. Please get out of our kitchen. Anyway, before we get too started, I got mail today, baby. And I'm very proud. I'm very proud to receive both pieces. And I'm going to show you the first one here, if I can stick my hand up there. It's a postcard. It's a magnetic postcard, so it can go wherever you want. And the little thing that you write on it comes in a package. So it's a postcard. Let me see if I get it out of the light. You can see it's a postcard. You can't see it. Anyway, right up there where the stamp says, it says free mail. I remember that. In Southeast Asia, any soldier riding home didn't have to have a stamp. All he had to do is write up in the corner, free mail, because we don't charge our servicemen postage when they're in theater. Anyway, I got a postcard and it says, greetings from Bagram Air Force Base, Afghanistan, baby. There it is. I love it. This just tickles the shit out of me. And I'm going to read you the card that came with it. It says, John, a great big old Texas howdy all the way from Afghanistan. Hope you and your family are safe and well during these trying times, despite the ignorant stupidity and straight up cowardice of dumb number 45. We as a nation will make it through these tough times. Take care. Errol Palmer. P.S. Hope you like the magnet. Errol, I love the magnet, buddy. And I love that I'm loving that our voice reaches that far, baby. And it just makes me proud. And I thank you very much. I thank you for your service, buddy. Keep your head down and come home safe. That's what we all wish for you, my friend. And thank you. Thank you again. Anyway, we have another piece of mail. Wait a minute now. Got to get my knife ready because you don't know what ever comes out of these things. You might have to stab something. I don't know. I got a package here. And I have not opened it because I got a message or a note there saying don't open this. They wanted to see it opened live, and it is indeed still sealed. Nobody's tampered with it, although it did bother me all day long. What's in there? Because I don't know. It's like a kid on. Hey, who don't love to receive mail? Now, I know who this is from, and I hope she's in the room. I haven't seen her go by. This is from our own Miss Nomad. In the room, and I don't know if she's in there now. I know Bernadette is in there. Bernadette was the one that let me know. Don't open that package when it comes. And I'm kind of stalling here, and I don't see her name coming. I don't know, Bernadette. Tell me, should I open it now or wait a little bit? Hey, Miss Nomad, hope you're watching. Okay. Well, I was like a kid in a candy store all day, so let's figure out the proper way to. I should have figured this out before we.
She's in the room.
Oh, good. There you are, Miss Nomad. I'm trying to figure out how to. I just stab it. You kind of figure where the center is, and for those that you don't know, Miss Nomad is also the one responsible for having Commander Blub's Blue Wave. That guy right there, transferred to our show here, and to give military support. I'm getting it. Trying not to cut myself here. Anyway, Miss Nomad is a fine patriot. Let me say that. What I could say that I know about her, because I don't, talk about all y'all all the time. I call y'all on the phone, talk about you, know your mamas, your daddies, your grandkids, all that shit. And put this away so I don't cut myself. There we go. All right. From Miss Nomad, Well, we got some plastic here. All right, we're going to get rid of this stuff. And it says, wait, there's a note here. It says, stop. This is for Miss Blue Dot. Hands off. Uh-oh. Stop. Read other side. She wanted to make... That's cool. This is for Miss Blue Dot. You want to run this out there to Mama?
Yeah, I'll do that in just a second. I'm going to keep on deck until until
and then,
I can leave my post.
I assume this one might be for me. We have another package. There. Now we'll put the box down there. Oh, my shoulders. And I see a flag, an American flag in there. So, oh, doggone it. No, I don't. I'll use my brute strength. Oh, it's something fuzzy here. Oh, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Oh, I can't see over the TV, but I can see in the monitor.
That is a donkey. And you can see it's a blue donkey. And little tail there, got the flag on him right there. Oh, Miss Nomad, that is so cute.
Is that going to be Commander's Valiant Steed?
That's his Valiant Steed. That's right. That is true. We're going to have to shape him up a little bit, or her. That's his Valiant. I love this. Oh, I'm going to have to find a place. We're going to have to redo this. And talking about redoing. All right, we're going to put him right there for right now. I love it, Miss Nomad. Thank you very much, darling. I appreciate it.
You got anything you can like prop under his head so we can see? Because we can see him. He just needs to come up just a little bit. Yeah.
I got rolls of Trump toilet paper over there.
I mean, that'll work. You could put like a roll of toilet paper up to post him up for now, and also your magnet.
It says dump Trump. We'll put that. Won't be able to.
Its name, Miss Nomad wants to let you know its name is Lefty.
Lefty! Hey! Lefty! We're going to put Lefty right there. And then right in front of that,
there you go.
We'll put the postcard from Bagram Air Base. All right. Can you see it?
Yep.
Outstanding, Miss Nomad. Outstanding. Lefty. Lefty and Commander Blue Wave. I love it. I love it. Everything that you see around me has been given to me by our Blue Dot family. It just warms my heart. And these are things that will last in my family forever. I got a meteorite right up there. I mean, it's a belt buckle. I got coffee cups out there. I got stickers. I love y'all, baby. It's y'all. Anyway. Miss Nomad, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate that. We're going to make a rearrangement here so we can get things done because we did that once today. Go to the double shot.
Yeah, hang on.
Thanks to another Blue Dot family member, Lone Wolf.
We finally got the monitors working.
Look in front of Travis. Look at it. It looks like Captain Video over there.
I have my command center up and running, and I think with just a few more tweaks, we ran out of time today because me and Dad were reorganizing all the... You don't see what's going on back here, but please don't.
There's a lot going on back there.
We need a fire extinguisher in here just in case. But
I'm telling you, wires going every which way.
Yeah. So, we're hopefully going to be running a little bit smoother, just trying to get used to a little bit of everything here. It's all new. So give us a show or two, and we'll finally have this on lockdown.
We're gonna be able to do the things that we've always been wanting to do, like I don't know, pull up a clip of Donnie saying something stupid. Where would you find one of those?
Right.
And be able to play it, and to also bring other people into the room and all that other stuff.
And we also fixed Dad's mic a little bit today, so he should be coming in much clearer than he used to.
He says I should be coming in clearer as long as I don't move.
There you go. Yeah.
Anyway,
so
it's Thursday, baby, and we have much to talk about. There is a lot going on in our here. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
I wish Mama would come in here and.
She's
she
like
ain't.
me. She's shy.
She ain't. She's just not. Stop that discussion right there. But I am tickled to find I love this, so I know that's got to be something special. Anyway, yes, Travis is indeed sitting in his own crew dragon. That's right, Hank. Hank is over in the Netherlands. We appreciate him being here. Gary Springs up in Canada, baby. We got a worldwide thing going on here.
Hank, all I need is my HOTUS down here, and I'm all set. Dad
There
still
you
hasn't
go.
tried
Miss
it out
Blue
yet.
Dot says take that to Mama and tell her it's with love and respect.
I will be sure to tell her that, Miss Nomad, and I'll come back with a reply here in just a second. I'm just making sure.
Blue Wave is indeed inspecting his new steed, Lefty. Yes, I think he approves. This does mean, if you're a Navy guy and a donkey lover, well, kind of seems to go well. Miss Nomad, thank you very much. We'll run along.
I'm waiting for you to give me the command to open up Discord, and then I can go.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just welcome everybody into the room there. Aussie Dave, how you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you very much.
Good.
How are you
Shut up.
going,
We're
Travis,
moving on.
John?
I'm just teasing you, bud. How you doing, Dave? Australia is in the house also, baby. We love it. How are you doing, my friend?
Thank you. We're doing all right. We're marching here in Australia with you guys, and we're the ripple that America has sent throughout the world is pretty strong here. So you have our support and our sympathies.
You tickle me to death, my friend. I appreciate it tremendously, and so does this country, buddy. We appreciate it all the well. Also joining us, one of our moderators, Dennis Valdez, all the way up from San Antonio, Texas. How you doing, bud?
Come on, John, Travis.
Well, Travis ain't here. He just took the package out to Mama to go find out what she got. Yeah. So, but I appreciate you being here, Dennis. How's everything up in your area?
I'm still getting my glucose back on track.
Are you? Just getting a little exercise in, are you?
Yeah, I just I think I've just been exposed to so much negative in the past few weeks.
Oh, buddy.
With all that's wrong in the world.
Yeah.
It's just it's overwhelming, and I think it took a physical toll on me.
It will. It will. I realize. I feel it myself. So many days, buddy. Here, so many days. You just dig into this stuff so much, and it does. It wears on your body. I said it the other day. I feel like I got a weight right on my shoulders. Or, it's on my chest. It does. It's physically wearing. But I believe that is just a response from the passion you feel and the outrage you feel about what we see going on, and of which we're fixing to discuss. Anyway, Gary Spring, are you with us, buddy, all the way from Canada? I see your mic's off there, buddy. I don't know if Gary might have walked out of the room there for a minute. Some of these people don't even know they're going to be live until they go over and look at the screen. Oh, shit, I'm live. Gary will check in with us in a minute. Our new moderator and friend, John Ifly, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, buddy. I was at the doctor's today, got a clean bill of health.
How'd that happen?
Well, I had to get my yearly foot exam because I'm diabetic.
Are you sure?
But yeah.
Oh, you are diabetic? Oh.
Yeah. But he said I'm keeping it under control. And I asked him, I said, is it true that if you get it low enough, you can get out of the diabetic status? He said, yeah. He said, or at least in the minimum, keep it under control. He said, you're doing fine. So, man, that made my day.
Outstanding, Johnny. Now, you know the rules around here. Stay the hell out of hospitals and no freaking dying. That's the rules in this freaking family. I'm doing my best.
It's hard to get rid of this Italian.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you being here, and just we're glad your health is good, buddy. That's really important.
That makes two of us. Thank you.
There you go. And rounding up our own singing cowboy, the guy who just sang the opening tune there that you just heard, our own TW and Mork. How you doing, TW?
Yeah, Mark's actually growling at the next door neighbors. I'm in a RV park, so he's kind of growling at the neighbors, like,
Are they
you're in my space.
Are they Trumpers?
No, they're nice old people, and
Right.
they're just trying to move shit around, and
Well, he's
growling at him in the window. So.
That's what dogs do.
Letting him know this is my
Yep,
domain.
This
Get
is
the
my
hell
place. Yeah, you're welcome. After
Yep.
I tell you, you can. How's everything
away.
going?
You're welcome.
Everything going okay over in your neighborhood?
It seems to be.
Good.
Seems to be. Yeah.
The world ain't burning down outside the door. I guess best we can do.
Nothing to report. I mean,
Yeah. Well, good.
I just, it's like. But you got to always bring that John I fly in. No.
Yeah, I know it. He sneaks in here all the time. He's got keys now. We can't stop him. Look at there.
Yeah, you
That's
can.
what Miss Nomad sent to Mama.
Take the keys away.
What's the name, Miss Nomad? That's a blue bear. I love it. Everybody's blue here. Of course, because we're a blue family. Ain't that beautiful? That's from Miss Nomad to my wife, Marcia. Thank you very much. She loves it. I knew she would. Oh, that's so cool.
Hey, blue's my favorite color. Did you know that?
Is it? Mine too.
Yeah.
It must run it. You wanna take it or you want?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give it back to Mom. It's Mom's. I just figured everybody.
Yeah, well.
Okay. I'm gonna figure out how to mute. I don't know if you can, but we're gonna give it a shot.
What are you trying to do, Travis? Because you could blow the whole system.
No, I'm not trying to mute the show. I'm trying to mute so I can see what's going on YouTube.
Oh God, I can see Travis putting the whole United States in blackout.
Yeah, hit the wrong switch. He just went to go get it. Let's see. I'm looking in here to see if Miss Nomad had a name. But everybody, the name is Chubby. Clubby?
Clubby.
Yeah. Clubby. There you go. The name is Clubby. In the club, baby. Clubby. All right, wait a minute. I'm not that good at memorying shit. There's so much crap up there. I want us to get it right. Clubby.
Yeah, there's so much crap out there. You're right.
That's hangs around the NCO club a lot. What? Clubby. Thank you, Miss Nomad. I appreciate it tremendously. You put a smile on everybody's face here today. I better catch up over here real quick before Travis comes in here and says, "Damn, Dad, I left you alone and look what happened." I want to thank Squirrel. Bud Oakley donated $5 through Super Chat and said, riding with Biden. So saith Bud Oakley, and I appreciate that, buddy. So am I. And Linda Saylor donated $2 through Super Chat and said, Trumpy thinks SCOTUS hates him. Boo-hoo. So saith Linda Saylor. I agree. Donnie's a little upset today. The Supreme Court's not with him. Bolton's book is full of lies and deception, and they're trying to stop it, although it's already out. And it's a twisted tale of shit, which is typical for every day this guy's been in office. There's nothing new here. Where are you going now?
I saw him with his diaper on when he started crying over the Supreme Court today. He had his diaper on royally.
Oh,
and
man.
it was messy. I had to change
Don't you know? Man, I don't even put that thought
This
in my head.
This has to tell his sycophants something is wrong if he won't allow this book. What's he hiding? I mean, too many things he's hiding. He's hidden everything. He's dodged subpoena. He's done it. I mean, his sycophants must say now, let's get a copy of this book at least and read it, if they can read.
He can't read. Are you shitting me? That's one. Oh, look at there. John Diddybag just donated $10 to Super Chat and said for John's memory upgrade. Yeah, John needs that shit. John needs an SD card he can stick in his ear or something.
There you go.
Something to store a little bit more. And in the back of my head is this Rolodex still going around with the bird's name. So Esther Ramirez out there, her bird. It's in there. I swear it's in there. And it'll
Is
pop here.
your man up the road, John? Is your man up the road still flying his Trump paraphernalia?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Trump 2020. No more bullshit. That's what they're not signs now, mind you. They're banners. You got to nail them up there like a flag.
Did you know Hitler, at the end of World War II, Hitler still had supporters, those people that wanted to be good Germans?
Yeah.
So it's there's sickos throughout the whole world, and they're in America. So the only ones supporting him are the sickos. But yeah, Hitler had supporters. So did Mussolini.
Yeah.
There were people that tried to save.
Hell,
Stonehenge
Jeffrey
his body up.
Dahmer had fans. You know,
Yeah,
go figure.
Yeah.
Even the worst of the world. There are some people that just get a kick out of that. I don't know what it
like
is.
a Charles Manson.
Charles Manson, he had.
Yeah, look what he did. And really, Donnie is no different. He's up there pouting, getting mad today because here in the last, I don't know, 3 weeks or so, we've had not only the Bolton book, we've got the DACA court thing, the LGBT decision in the Supreme Court. There's news now that the reason that he came out and defended the Saudis after the Khashoggi murder was to take heat off Ivanka's troubles because stories about her misuse of emails was coming out, and this was prior to her being employed by the U.S. government. She was already running roughshod over everybody and, got her own chief of staff. I don't know where all that shit came from. But there was a lot of shit going on in the last 3 weeks or so.
Sorry, guys.
And I'm sure I'm missing half of it. What else I got here?
His world's crumbling down.
Did you hear what he said today?
No.
Are you shit?
No, what happened?
He said he's the one that made Juneteenth famous.
Oh, yes.
All about him, John.
It's all about him, huh? Nice.
That's right. Hey, Gary. I see you made it.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah, how are you?
Oh, ain't that
Ego
sweet?
101.
Oh, I see. You learned something new.
What I
don't
find
wanna miss it.
even
Mama's gonna
worse
do
is
that.
Yeah, I read her comment earlier, and I went out there and found out that his name is
Miss Nomad
Clubby.
had written that the donkey and the bear are both TY beanies. Their names are inside the TY tags. And I wanted you and Miss Blue Dot to know how grateful I am. You are welcome me. You are welcome me here. You all welcome me here. Lord have mercy, baby. You are a member of this family, baby. I didn't know that the little Marcia knows all about the TY because these collectibles. I mean, those are,
Hey, John,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
What is that? What is that hog behind you?
That thing? You
There's
don't
a
know what
hog
that is?
behind you. I'm trying to.
I know a guy in
see what the heck
Arkansas
it is,
wants to
'cause I
come
got a
over and
crappy
kick your
picture.
ass. Huh?
I've got kind of a crappy picture, so I couldn't figure out what it was.
That is the Arkansas Razorbacks hog that Randy Peterson up in Arkansas sent to me. He also sent me a Kansas City. He's trying to get me killed down here is what he's trying to do. I know his plot. But Randy has been with me a very long time. He is a fellow squid, a Navy guy, who holds his heart tightly. I truly love the guy, and it was kind of a thing between and the hog's got to be in the shot, or I'm going to be the one getting the visit. So,
okay.
I'd rather sick him on you than me.
I just was looking at your set. It's getting pretty.
As a matter of fact, now the domain, the hog is on the live shows, and Clyde the camel is now taking over the space down in the shop for the rants, which I must admit I've been enjoying doing them live lately. It's much easier. Well, sort of. Blue
There's
dot.
also a cup behind you, and I can't read it.
Is that your fuck you cup or the fuck Trump cup?
Oh no, that's out
How
in the
many
kitchen.
cups does he have?
That's out in the kitchen. I was drinking coffee out of it this morning.
It's by the RGB.
Oh, this one? It's oh lordy. That's President Bendejo. That's him.
Oh.
It says right under there. President Bendejo. That's who he is. I have so many coffee. We could go through a whole show of me just pointing out stuff that people have sent me.
John,
It is
Miss
mine.
Nomad says they are both special editions that are no longer, or that are long retired.
Outstanding. That is so sweet of you, Miss Nomad. I'll tell you. And you know how much I love my donkey. So that means a lot to me. I appreciate that tremendously.
We're good with the
my wife
Razorback
and kids, my donkey's right there, and
Just no Sooners crap up there.
Travis, we
or
need to
I'm
get
coming over.
What?
America, Australia calling here. How are we going to deal with this fucking voter suppression shit going on? How are we going to deal with it? How are we going to get people to vote?
We got an armada coming from the Netherlands. As a matter of fact, Hank, are you in the room, buddy?
Yes.
Is the armada still on the way?
Yeah, we are at Calgary at the moment.
Okay.
We got a little bit distracted by the Canadians.
Not a problem. Blue Dot Hank all the way here from the Netherlands. So we got Australia and the Netherlands in the room. Hank, how are you doing,
Canada,
buddy?
damn it.
Oh, and Canada. I'm sorry. Gary Springs in the room. God, Gary.
Hey.
I had you in my ear.
We're all fine.
Yes, I'm here.
So,
as long as you're only in the ear.
Just like I said, Travis, we need a squirrel.
I know it.
A short update from Europe. Of course, we have had a few Black Lives, or a lot of Black Lives Matter protests.
Right.
And some people here are also, especially because of the colonial history of Europe, they are now trying to mess with statues of our colonial heroes of 400 years ago. Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And actually in Belgium yesterday or the day before yesterday, some people tore down a statue of Julius Caesar. So it's getting a little bit out of hand. But yeah, the initiative is well appreciated, and we all think that the police in America are out of control and basically should be entirely reformed. But
I think
same thing over here, Hank. In Australia, Hank, they are actually trying to tear down statues of Captain Cook, who was accused of murdering Aboriginals when they emigrated or conquered Australia, we'll say, took over from the Aboriginals. Yes, same thing. It's worldwide, the statue thing now. The ripples from America travel throughout the world.
It's one planet.
And they
and
got rid of the Robert E. Lee one. Robert E. Lee.
The problem, however, is that we have a lot of issues, of course. So we had a very, very big Black Lives Matter protest in Amsterdam, in which 5,000 people went into the streets to protest the stuff that happens in America. The only problem was that they didn't keep distance, but we don't have a second wave yet. So, but yeah, we're all.
I don't know if you've seen the news from the U.S. here lately, but we're
well,
screwed.
I got really angry today.
Well, what else is new, right?
Yeah, really.
Facebook shit. You've seen it. The red triangle.
Yeah, Facebook. They finally took down a couple of Donnie's ads, I think, today.
Yeah, a Nazi advertisement.
Yeah, they had that upside down triangle there. Which Hitler used to identify political prisoners. So Jewish people had the star, and if you had an upside down red triangle, that you were a political prisoner. It's fascism, baby. They like putting an asterisk on people. They like putting a marker on people, and that's what we're fighting in this country with labels.
And then their explanation is, but Antifa people also wear this triangle. Yeah, because we honor those who fell in battle against the Nazis. Come on,
Yeah.
They don't even understand
those
that.
anti-fascists, you know how they are.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing how quickly we forget Hitler and his Nazi regime. If we're not careful, I tell you, this orange-haired idiot's going to try to do it again.
What are you talking about, Johnny? It's back already.
It entered in the door with this guy, and again, I call out the GOP every damn time I get an opportunity. You stinking bunch of cowards. After everything this week, just look at this week. We're 3.5 years into his tenure. We got a little over 4 months left. Are you shitting me? Are you still hanging on to him?
Sell a book.
Lindsey Graham is just, he's worthless piece of crap. South Carolina, please get rid of his ass along with the trash. And there's a lot of trash that needs to be taken out.
South Carolina is slowly turning. I think a lot of those traditional red states are turning purple, John.
I'm hoping Donnie turns Texas blue. I'm hoping Donnie turns Texas blue. This bothers me.
50-50 now.
Texas has gotten this reputation of some, we're all a bunch of rednecks with guns running around down here. No, baby. There is a lot of blue here. There's a lot of great people here in Texas.
Speaking of which,
friendly people, except for that Dennis Valadez.
No, but Dennis Valadez has posted something quite interesting here. Let me pull this up for you really quick. Can you imagine?
Oh, are you shitting me?
What are you looking at?
Is that what you're talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You're looking at the wrong monitor.
I'm looking at this. That's the same thing. Matthew McConaughey to run for governor of Texas in 2022.
It's a rumor.
Rumor. Please.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Hang on, not another fucking movie star celebrity, please.
I'd take him over Greg Abbott any day of the week. Greg Abbott has got his tongue stuck so far up Donnie's ass. I hope when Donnie goes, Greg just gets pulled along outside of the way.
Livin.
He's been an activist. He's been very active in politics.
He's an activist. He's a philanthropist.
He's done a lot.
Bleeds
so,
orange.
He is.
As long as he's a good person. I do believe he's a good person, and I do believe he's a greenie. And greenies, we need more greenies in government.
Well,
what do you think?
It says, first of all, he'd win. No doubt about it. I know it. You know it. And McConaughey knows it. It doesn't matter. Texas is a historically Republican state because when it comes to McConaughey, he represents all Texans. Politics, gender, and race all become irrelevant when you throw McConaughey in the mix. I believe that. I believe that. He is a famous character here in Texas. Known for
maybe this is a calling card.
Oh, I hope so.
Maybe
if that was a race, that would probably be the biggest lopsided win ever in voting
Texas history.
All right. I'll be down for that.
I remind everybody of Ann Richards was the governor of Texas. My favorite photograph of her is standing there in white leather next to Harley Davidson. Baby, I love that lady. Yeah, she was a powerhouse in this state, and
yeah, she was good.
So I remind people, we were a Democratic state at one time until, the Bushes moved in, and all of a sudden, it was like, yee-haw, give me a hat and a gun, I'm a Texan too. It's just ridiculous.
Well, what, John? I was, not that we should be surprised, but when I heard that Trump asked the Chinese president to help him with the election. Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's another quid pro quo.
That's what Donnie.
Is that what they call it?
He wants a break today at McDonald's.
We saw this with the whole. Do I have to reach over to my book to remind me of the name of the country? Are you shitting me?
Oh no.
It's coming. I'm telling y'all. Ukraine. The whole Ukraine mess. With Donnie trying to get Ukraine involved in the 2020 election. Now we got John Bolton coming out. He's trying to get China involved in the 2020 election. You know who he's not asking to get involved? Our allies. He does, Bolton comes out and says that Donnie wants to do favors for his favorite dictators, meaning to intervene in criminal investigations that might be going on against your country over there, Billy Bob. But we're not gonna investigate you. Can you help me with some dirt
They're
on
only
Biden?
doing it to sell books.
Quick question. Yeah, what do you think about this Bolton guy?
Bolton can go kiss off. Everything. I don't need his book. I can get the Cliff Notes right off of TV. I can look up some news story, find out what he said. I don't need his book. That asshole consciously decided that instead of coming forth in front of Congress and the Senate and speaking truth to power, instead of coming out and telling us that he was a maniac who is just involved in himself and is doing all sorts of obstruction of justice, John, why didn't you come forward then and save your country instead of concentrating on how much you can get for a book deal?
Travis, what are you cooking in the background? Making a lot of noise, Travis.
The book I'd like to read is
okay.
The book I'd like to read is Melania's book when she finally gets that one out there. That's gonna be
I don't think the true story is ever going to come out there. Yeah.
He will have that one in court, held up. And
wait a second. Wait. y'all are giving her too much credit. You know it's going to be a pictorial.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no words.
Look at all these great photographs of me looking important. That's what it is. When what was that? The G7 they were having over there, and she was trying to slide in between all the world leaders so that she could act like she was involved. Are you shitting
Melania?
me?
That's
Ivanka. Yeah. Melania, she's in the background just trying to make a better deal on her prenup agreement, staying the hell away from him, limited contact, limited. He probably has to make an appointment where you walk to the airplane with me.
I think she hates him.
She does. You know he has to. She has to hate him.
Hold my hand.
How can anybody like this son of a bitch unless you are, in my opinion, a Nazi asshole Klan member? Is the only
how
one.
Many here guarantee? How many he would take a bet 10 to 1 that once he leaves the presidency, she leaves him.
I'm thinking,
guys, do
you know who Trump should have married? Do you know who Trump should have married?
Well, they won't let him. They won't let him marry
SS.
Ivanka. They won't let him marry Ivanka. Because that's who he wants to marry.
He should have married Ilsa. She wolf of the SS.
His daughter wife would be,
Boy, howdy.
He's already been there, the incestual bastard. I can guarantee you that.
I like that time. Who was it in that country? It was a small country. When he, what was it? P7 or something? He pushed that one guy right out of the way.
Yeah, when he was at that G7.
Yeah,
or
he was at a G7. That was one of the
in.
first ones. Yeah, he walked over to the stage and shoved this guy right out of the way. I can't remember what world leader
And done
it
the
was.
Mussolini, big Mussolini look.
And then comes up there and shoves his chest out there and adjusts his shirt, like his jacket, like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
I'm the badass.
He also stepped in front of the British Queen, which we'll never forget.
Yeah.
And he also walked up the flight to Air Force One with toilet paper stuck to the foot. He's an asshole. Tim Torkelson just donated $5 through Super Chat and said, a small gift of love for speaking truth to power. Thanks. Thank you, Tim. Oh, so saith Tim Torkelson. I got to, there went the gong.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I tell you, I got to fix this.
Well, you almost knock it over.
He's breaking everything again.
Y'all don't know the routine now. Tomorrow I'll come in here. I'll sit down right here and then start thinking, okay. I'll have the camera on over there and turn the monitor around so I can see it. So I can.
Travis, how do you manage?
One day at a time, my friend.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus.
See that there is a bunch of DOJ officials.
What's that?
Jumping ship.
Who's
There's
jumping
a bunch
ship?
Of DOJ
I'll make them walk the
jumping
plank
ship.
before they what?
They're fucking jumping ship. The DOJ officials, 3 of them.
Oh, really? Really? I love it.
Oh yeah, 3 of them.
Oh,
3
man.
DOJ officials have given notice.
We're
They're
gonna see them.
jumping ship.
When? Just now?
I didn't hear that.
I hope so.
Yeah, it was posted by Yogi and me.
sure.
Yogi posted it. I posted it. It's up there on YouTube. Sorry, on the chat. They're jumping ship because they can see the writing on the wall. And they've been involved.
Who can't see the writing on the wall right now? Who is so blind that you can't see this shit? Yes, they're going to start jumping. The only ones that have any sense, though, look for the ones that don't. Lindsey Graham ain't jumping ship. Ooh, no, I'd like to see that videotape, whatever Donnie's got.
I think it's going to get more interesting as we get closer to election.
It is.
Really,
because he's going to get more desperate. Catch up here. Diana Mallory donated $20 through Super Chat, baby. I thank you very much. And she says, congratulations to me, grand baby number 14, doing great. 7 pounds, 12 ounces, baby girl. Diana Mallory, thank you. Don't bequeath her of the gong. 14 grandbabies. Boy, howdy shit. And a baby girl to boot. Congratulations, Diana Mallory. We are so happy for you, darling. 14. I don't even have one.
Wow. That's a record.
And Tammy Ames donated $1.99 through. Oh, I'm sorry. She donated $2. I hate it when it does that. Donated $2 through Super Chat and said, shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Can't wait. Thank you, Tammy Ames. Nana Lovely herself. Yes, the time is coming nigh, baby. It will. I just don't know what I'm going to
Now,
look
what's
like
happening
then
in
anymore.
Texas with the policing? Have they taken this thing as serious as the rest of the states? Has Texas got a reaction to this? How are they handling? I mean, see, police.
Well, I know
seen some
Dallas
pretty sad
responded
things.
with they reinforced or implemented the duty to intervene policy in Dallas.
Yeah.
Meaning that the officer, if an officer sees another officer doing something, he has a duty to intervene. And if that would have been in effect in Minneapolis, one of them guys would have whacked that idiot upside the head and said, "Get off of me," which somebody should have done.
This is a prime example of the. We all know a lot of thousands and thousands of people died due to a thing that was the captain and the co-pilot in a commercial jet airliner. Even though the captain's doing something wrong or maybe off the rails a little bit and not doing things by the book, the co-pilot, by courtesy, never used to say anything or used to interfere. But till planes started falling out the sky and people were being killed, and they realised it was a captain. He become, a little bit loony, or he becomes disorientated with space and all that sort of situation. And so the co-pilot's lack of and fear of telling the captain, no, that's wrong, you're going to kill us all, they all died.
Ended up killing everybody, yes.
Yes. And now the police department, that's what we were talking about in the Blue Room earlier.
Wait a minute.
Cops worked as partners. Why do you have a partner? Because he's your fucking partner. There's no reason to shoot someone in the back. If your partner, he shouldn't be 50 meters away from you. The partner is your partner. He's next to you. He's a witness. He's a hearing witness. He's a seeing witness. That guy was legging it. His taser had been used. It was a useless taser.
You done tripped the trigger on me. Let me thank Diana Marie for donating $2 through Super Chat. Diana, we appreciate it tremendously. Thank you, baby. I've had this thought all day, this little rant in my head going on all day. So I might as well kick it off right here.
Go for it, mate.
Yeah.
Here's what bothers me about the news coming out of Atlanta. This officer was charged. And as a result of that, Atlanta had a surge in call-ins. I mean, hey, I ain't coming to work today. I'm sick. Okay. So it's a protest. So an officer of the law, who is a sworn officer of the law, decides, screw it, I ain't going to come do my job today. I don't give a shit about crime, murder, drugs. I don't care what's going on out there. I think I'll just stay home on my ass. Now, can you fucking imagine one of our soldiers on the field throwing down his rifle and say, fuck this shit. I just ain't going to do this shit because I'm going to protest here because you treated my buddy bad over here, so I ain't going to fight the war no more. No. Can we ask a fireman because he's pissed off his buddy over there, hey, I ain't going to fight a fire. I'm going to let it burn him down to hell. Would you let your doctor walk out of a surgery because he's pissed off at some fucking other shit and let some patient die? Hell no, it would not be acceptable. So to the officers who are doing their protest, you took a fucking oath. You took a fucking oath like a lot of other people took an oath. So you're mad. Voice your opinion. Tell your union. You're not happy with this decision. But to turn your back on your duty? To turn your back and just walk away and say, I don't care. Somebody might die tonight. Somebody might have. We ask them to do a lot. And I'm the first one to recognize that. Who do you think shows up at a terrible car accident out there with some kid cut in half? It's a cop. He's going to live with that shit. We ask a lot of them. Nobody is taking that away. But bad is bad. Wrong is wrong. What that officer did in Atlanta was wrong. He did not have a reason to pull his weapon. I don't give a shit how many times you try to tell me that you just don't understand the situation. Are you trying to tell me the same situation up in Minneapolis? You just don't understand that guy had to keep his knee there because this, that, and the other bullshit. Wrong is wrong. And I think it's cowardly. And I say again, every officer that wants to resign, resign. Quit. There will be an outstanding citizen ready to take your place to join the force who believe in serving the people. So if you got your panties in a wad because this officer was charged for doing something that every freaking one of us knows he did not have to do.
Yeah.
Wrong is wrong, baby. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, wanted to get that off my chest because it bothers me, because we don't allow any other professional to turn their back on their duty, on the thing they swore to do.
Yeah.
And walk away from it because you're mad about a perceived injustice on your buddy over here. Well, guess what? There is a nation storming the streets because they're a little upset.
Not
a little.
Serve and harass or kill.
Hopefully it all
second,
brings
John.
Sure, Dennis, please do.
I'm not sure if you saw this yet. Our wonderful governor has basically said that all schools are going to be open as usual in the fall.
Yeah, because he don't give a shit.
Oh, shit, huh? Jeez.
So does McConaughey have a chance here? Oh, hell yeah. Because Greg Abbott's got he's got the ass-lickitis real bad, and he's trying to play favor with Donnie at the sacrifice of his state. Right now, what is it? Arizona, Florida, and Texas are showing the biggest increases since the disease started. We're the new epicenter. They're expecting Florida now to become the new epicenter.
We're going full steam ahead, reopening everything. Even
because
the bars here that were crying to let us open, are voluntarily shutting back down now.
Huh.
That's got to tell you something.
They could be sued for spreading the disease. Probably they haven't got all those waivers.
Do what the president does: get them to sign a waiver when they come in the door. Here, sign a waiver here, so don't sue me if you come in here and die. It's not my fault.
I hope Jacksonville is packed. I hope it is packed.
Yeah, that's right.
Donnie,
seriously, you get a good lawyer, and you go to a bar that says, "Hey, we're open, we're open, so you're safe." They got a duty of care. You catch the fucking disease. That seriously is a case for a good lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
if you survive it,
these are people.
Yeah.
They're going in there their own selves.
Well, yeah,
so I'm sorry. They're gonna. You're gonna get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
They know.
They got this one gun shop owner. I can't remember what
right?
state he's in.
Oh.
I can't remember, but they had him on the news, and his law and his rules in his shop are no mask at all. You can't enter his shop with a mask on.
You know what those what those right-wing people always say. They say,
that's kind of dumb,
play stupid games, win stupid
Well,
prizes, something like that.
Yeah.
These people know full well going in what they're going in there. They're gonna get sick. They know.
I'm telling you.
I mean, they're opening casinos here in
Mm-hmm.
Denver, or Central City, and basically they told them, they said, you can come in, you have to stay 6 feet apart, you have to keep masks, you have to keep this. Why even open, you idiot?
That ain't
Texas.
But whatever.
That ain't Texas.
That mayor for Vegas was an idiot talking about opening casinos.
Yeah, she wanted to use
We have
her population as
Netherlands,
guinea pigs. I want to thank Timothy for donating $5. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much. And Lived It, who is now in the room, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Facts, John, preach. What's wrong is wrong is wrong." Hello, Lived It. How are you doing, my friend?
How's it going, man?
I appreciate that donation very much, my friend. We got some things cooking in here, and that's going to help. So we really appreciate it. So how's everything going in your neck of the woods?
Everything's okay.
Good.
Everything's okay, personally.
You're a little bit low volume, Lived It. Can you turn your volume up, Lived It?
I don't even know how to do that.
Oh,
everybody's telling me to
Hold your
go
mic
out of
closer
this.
like you did the other night. We could hear you really
That's
good.
what I'm doing. I think I gotta go out.
There you go.
No,
Yeah,
you're
there
good
you
there. You're good there.
You're good. You can hear you.
Well, good. I'm glad everything's going on good in your neighborhood. I hope everybody's
Yes,
having a
sir.
good day. Like I said, I'm kind of in a good mood with as good a mood as I could be in for the shit that's going on in the world. But just to watch Donnie take it on the chin a few times, it just does my soul a little good.
It's refreshing.
It is indeed a little refreshing.
Yeah.
I run giddy around the house.
Yeah.
Oh, look at there. Boom. He got hit in the face by John Bolton. Oh, no. Look at here. Here comes the Supreme Court. Slap.
Anytime he gets
Is that book really for sale? Can you actually buy? I thought the book was not actually on the shelves
It's
yet.
not. It has not been released yet.
Wednesday or Monday.
What's up, John? He's got his tax case coming up for review by the court.
Yes, he
pretty
does.
soon.
There's going to be more Supreme Court cases coming out very soon, and one of them is his taxes. Thank you, Lived It. I'm itching to see that one because he's challenging things that don't stand a whole lot of good chance of surviving the Supreme Court if the Supreme Court holds, which it has here the last several times, true to the Constitution.
The judge has said, hang on, because the judge, his lawyers said, well, it's presidential material, and the judge said, hang on, it's not, because we want the material prior to him being the president, not the one current. So stop using this presidential documentation shit, because
that's all Sokolov knows.
It's bullshit. We want the stuff prior, and that's the judge.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That was Justice Sotomayor said that.
Well, either way, everything goes right to Russia anyways. Everything's in that shit there.
Pootie better get the damn guest house ready is what I think. If Donnie had any sense at all, Donnie would be on his way to Russia right now seeking asylum.
Yeah. I've thought about it, John. I said, I wonder if he's going to try to make, there's an emergency meeting. I'm going to Moscow to meet with Putin personally.
It's a state visit, Lived It. We did for public relations, for international relations. And he could take his whole family, the kids, the wife, all of his staff could just go on a trip, and then get there,
declare asylum,
and then declare, "Oh, please don't send me back. They're gonna put me in prison."
That, they have to bring the plane back.
He'll probably say something to the guy with the football, like, "I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom."
Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I want to thank Maria Betancourt, who just donated $5 through Super Chat and said the cops are pissed that their bad behavior is being called out. They are so entitled, they'd rather quit than reform. So saith Maria Betancourt, and I echo that.
Facts.
I echo that. If you're willing to quit, quit. Maybe it's not your calling. Maybe a little bit of power has gone to your head. It's time to quit that power.
Don't we say failure to adapt? I mean, when you can't do it in our thing, we send you home.
That's it. That's it. Adapt, overcome, move forward, baby. Yeah. And if you can't do that, get out.
Get out.
Get out. You're because you're going to be in the way of a good officer doing his business, his job.
You're a danger to yourself.
That's right.
And the public.
So
and these cops,
shitbags like that, shitbags like that get good cops killed.
They do.
If you know,
they do.
Like I remember when this popped off before a few years ago. I remember there was there was a Looney Tune in Brooklyn, and he pulls out a piece and he blew two cops away, right?
All right.
And they were both good cops. And like every time it happens where there's an immediate snapback because of something that one of the scumbags do, it's always a good officer that winds up getting killed.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. Always. And the cops even do it to themselves, like the officer in Buffalo when she called out one of the scumbags who did something wrong.
She got fired.
She lost her job, pension,
everything. She lost everything. And I'm glad to see they're reviewing that case.
Who's protecting?
It is a thing of power that has to be dealt with because we put them up in a position of authority, and they do indeed have all the power, even over life and death, when it comes to a personal relationship with that officer and any citizen. It has.
Do you know that here in the Netherlands, every cop that shoots his gun is reviewed and reviewed again. Every time a cop shoots somebody, he has to hand in his gun, and they will investigate him. They will investigate him.
I don't understand
until they know
why
for
there's
sure
two types
that he did the right
law.
thing.
What is this? June? This is June, and right now, Georgia Bureau of Investigation has 50 police shootings in Georgia. They just had another one. They shot a black man after a traffic encounter. I don't know what that is. I just saw a headline a while ago, but that brings it to 50 police shootings in Georgia.
Unbelievable.
You know, you can't sit there and do a blanket and say that none of them were justified because I don't know what happened. There are positions where cops do have to draw their weapon and return fire or protect themselves. Yeah. We are not claiming that. We're not saying that an officer doesn't have the right to protect himself. What we are saying is that officer in Atlanta was under no threat. He spent 40 minutes with the guy talking to him. They could have let him walk home. Now, I don't know which Billy Badass there decided, well, we're just going to throw handcuffs on you. And I don't know how many of y'all have seen the video of Mr. Brooks prior to his death. He was in a...
yeah, I've seen it.
Yes, that's very powerful. And it speaks to the cycle of once a person is convicted of a crime, and even if that crime might be questionable, it puts him in a cycle. I kind of experienced it when I came out of reform school. Are you shitting me? Everything that went, that's how come I never finished high school. I didn't. I went later on and got my GED and stuff, but I didn't go. I quit because after I got out of reform school, I came back to school, tried to go back to high school. Shit, every time freaking somebody farted in the hallway, they were calling my ass to the office. And and that did, I swear, the day I quit was when this principal pulled out a paddle. I just came out of over a year being locked up, having my ass beat every day, damn near. This guy pulled a paddle out.
People who have served.
Yeah, there were words spoken that day, baby.
Are not, they are
hang on, John. John, did you take the paddle off him?
No, I wasn't that stupid. Because my father was a law enforcement officer, and at that time, and anyway.
Well, over in Australia, we had a case. The reason I ask is, over in Australia, they outlawed smacking or the cane or the whip or whatever you want to call it in the early 70s. And
well, that's good.
Back in the 90s, we had a case where this 14-year-old, so what would that make?
Well, I went in 67, came out in 69. So that was before. Well, I tell people that was before reform came to reform school. There was no reform school. You were there to work your ass off in the fields, get your ass beat, whatever the hell it is. There was no, there was nothing else going on. That's what you did.
Yeah, this lad was like, the headmaster took the paddle out. It wasn't a paddle. It was a cane, like a bamboo, about 2 meters long or 2 yards long, bamboo fucking cane, and he used to whip it across the back of the legs, right? He grabbed the cane off the fucking headmaster and gave the headmaster a lecture like along the terms, you can't do this, is illegal, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Headmaster grabbed it back off him, they fought over it. The lad won the cane and gave the headmaster a whip across the back of the head with the cane and was arrested by the police and taken away.
There's the end result I was worried about. Just being released from where I was. I had already made the biggest epiphany in my life. I would never find myself
in America he would
again.
Be shot.
It's just like residential schools in Canada, there's people that are damaged adults now from what.
Yeah, but the judge, when he got to court, ended up end result because the bottom line is the judge seen the thin line here and said, hang on, the principal broke the law. The principal lost his job. Lad went back to school. The right thing was done. He's had a good judge.
Oh, good.
All right. Good. And I still think you've got good judges left in America that will sort Trump out and his cronies. Because this judge making that decision about we're not interested in what about his taxes now, only previous. I think there's enough judges there, guys, that the courts may be able to be saved. And if you get a good AG next time around, they'll all go down. They'll all pay for this shit.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Let me catch up here real quick. I got 3 to catch up on. Y'all being so kind tonight. John I. Fly donated $5 through Super Chat and said the police need to stay on the job and live up to the protect, and serve. Not all cops are bad. Do your job and do it right. It is the same thing you would ask anybody else to do of their job, and so saith John I. Fly. Thank you very much, buddy. And Jeff Parrish donated $5 through Super Chat. Jeff, we appreciate it tremendously. And Miss Linda Henshaw Cram donated $5 through Super Chat and said, fuck Trump and all his minions, sending my stimulus, donating to progressives. Blue wave in November, baby. So saith Miss Linda. Thank you very much, darling. Yes, that's what it is, baby. I can't wait for November. Shit.
I have a quick question. Have a quick question. Is it possible for us to hold, let's say, 10 seconds of silence because of the passing of Dame Vera Lynn, a hero to the Netherlands and to the British and maybe also to the Americans?
Hero to all World War II soldiers. She was World War II soldiers loved her.
So maybe we can have 10 seconds of silence in honor of her, maybe?
We sure can, Hank.
Okay, starting now. Thank you very much. We'll meet again.
That was 10 seconds. That was 10 seconds.
It gives you a
wow.
perspective of time.
8 minutes and 46. Jesus. And that was only 10.
That was 10 seconds.
Yeah, can you imagine?
When those that held up their light for George Floyd held that light up for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That's an excruciating amount of time to watch tick by. That 10 seconds showing honor gave you time to contemplate how long
it went through my mind.
Well, that wasn't just uncomfortability. That was him struggling to hang to life, clinging to life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't imagine what that felt like. I had my arm up during that, and I'll tell you what, it got sore. Could you imagine how his neck felt?
Oh, maybe it reminded me I'm not young anymore. It was hell holding that arm up there. And I was so proud of Travis because I had mine drooped some. I mean, it was killing me, agonizing pain. He is up there stretched as high as he could get.
I mean, I wanted to do it. If I was going to do it, I was going to do it to the fullest.
The pain was getting to him. I could see
But I never did droop it because I knew
not.
he couldn't, Floyd couldn't get out of it. So I was going to. And I understand, holding your arm up is not like getting choked, but it is the idea of where you sit there, try to have some compassion and empathy and think about the situation. And that way we can try to learn something from it, and hopefully we can try to teach the next generation not to repeat the same mistakes as this one.
The sins of the father, man. I'm telling you.
Gives you a chance to reflect on things a little bit.
It does.
Yes, sir.
Just on a lighter note, Vera Lynn, didn't she sing the song "We'll Meet Again"? Don't know where, don't know when. Remember that song? A great World War II.
She did.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Of Dover.
Yes, I remember that song.
And she was her radio appearances were a very big support to the people who were living in occupied Holland, the Netherlands. They listened to the illegal radio broadcasts of the BBC, and her music was a big support to all these people here that were under the Nazi yoke. So, a true hero.
Yeah, she was the Allies. What's that? The Chinese had, or the Japanese had Rosie. What's her name?
Rosie the Riveter.
No, she wasn't like Tokyo Rose.
Oh, Tokyo Rose.
Tokyo Rose.
I'm sorry.
No, not at all. No, she was an entertainer, like the USO girls who were singing in for the troops in the war.
Yeah. Did Tokyo Rose really have the information? Like, there was claims that she could, U.S. servicemen in submarines off the Japanese coast, she would call them, "Oh, Jerry, and your wife's baby."
Yeah,
and,
they did that during World War II. They did it during Vietnam.
Fuck with them.
Yes, to fuck with the enemy. That we know right where you're at. We know your name. We know what group you're in. We know what hometown you're in.
Your wife.
You're from.
While you're not dead,
sure.
you know
Psychological, little psychological game that can play with you. Yeah, fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know, yes.
So it's not just,
as a matter of fact, part of
bullets.
that was shown in. I just watched that movie the other day, The Five Bloods. Good movie.
Yes.
And they
the
had
movie.
a little bit of that in there too, where Hanoi, whatever her name is, the lady that used to be on the radio for Vietnam.
Jane Fonda.
No, not her. I mean the actual. They had. She was a spokesman for North Vietnam, and she would come on the radio, and they'd play American songs, but they'd talk smack to the Americans.
I recall. I know the person you're thinking
Same
of,
thing
but
as Tokyo Rose. So we'd come on the radio and talk to the soldiers. You know,
I heard of that.
I learned though. We actually ended up doing.
Hanoi Hannah. Thank you very much, Cassie Hicks. Hanoi Hannah would come on the radio and talk to U.S. servicemen.
That's right.
And call out outfits so we know where you are, we know what you're doing there, and make fun of try to get under the skin.
We tried to do the same thing though. I actually watched a little thing on I forgot what it was. Yeah, we had I can't remember if it was helicopters or boats, but we would we would go around in the rivers back then and play the sounds of what sound like screaming souls. I guess they were going to try to play it off like the dead coming up and screaming in agony and trying to scare Vietnamese troops out of areas and shit. I don't know how successful it was.
Yes.
But apparently it was like a top secret program back then for some reason.
Like a psyops, anything you can do to piss off the enemy.
In World War II, that the Japanese used it against the citizens of Okinawa and Iwo Jima, and that. What was happening was that it's so powerful because they told the citizens, "Oh, the Americans are going to come, they're going to rape you and kill your children." So what they did, the women and children jumped off fucking cliffs rather than be taken by the Americans.
Bring anybody down, but it's not that long ago. All you really have to do is look to Waco.
Yes.
They did it at Waco with bright lights,
they played music,
blaring, screeching sounds to try to drive the residents out.
I've learned more. I mean, I didn't get to watch the show like y'all did, but I did my own little bit of research afterward. I learned more about Waco in the last week or two than I have known my entire life.
It was. Let me get this real quick. Teresa Diggum donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. My dad is still my hero." And Teresa Diggum, thank you very much. And my father is still my hero, baby. So yes.
To make this entire spy story a little bit more cheerful, a guy on YouTube, a gamer, was noticed a young pubescent guy bullying other people, and he contacted the mom of this young guy. The mom gave him all kinds of information, and during the next game, this YouTuber pretended he was a member of Anonymous. Your mama, and he started telling this pubescent kid all kinds of information that the kid, of course, had no idea his mother gave. So he got really freaked out, and he never bullied people again.
Good.
So it can work very well.
Whatever it takes, knock that shit off.
Whatever it takes.
Hello, Donna Sturdivant. I seen you jump in the room, baby. I just wanted to give a shout out. Donna's been with us a long time. She moved. Halfway across the country, and still stayed with us. So.
Hey, John, how far away is Waco, Texas, from you?
Pretty fucking far.
It's
5-6 hours.
6 hour drive. It's about a 6 hour drive from here.
Was that Central Texas?
Waco. It would be Central Texas. Yeah, so it's about a 6 hour drive from where I live, just to get to Central Texas. A lot of people. Anytime we left Texas, driving from Corpus Christi, half of our trip is getting out of Texas. That's half our trip. Just to get out of your own state. Louisiana, Mississippi, boom, they fly by like nothing. Alabama wasn't even there. Where'd it go? It's the concept that distance really gets your ass, because it takes you forever to get out of the state. And then when you're coming home and you cross the Texas line, and welcome back to Texas. Shit, you still got 12, 13 hours to go to drive. Fuck.
Lived it would have a. When you lived it, that would be like you're in the big city, aren't you? There.
I'm in Queens.
Let's put it this way.
How long to get out of Queens into the countryside? A long trip? A long time?
Maybe half hour, 45. I mean, what do you,
Oh,
you mean,
it?
like country?
Just to get out of the city.
Cows and all. You got to go upstate for that, or like maybe like if you're going down south, you go towards Delaware, or if you go to Ohio. By the time you get to like parts of Pennsylvania, the middle, you start seeing like Quakerville. It's like country.
Oh,
it's a couple
like
hours.
the Amish people.
It's a couple hours.
To a European like
sense
me,
of it.
these distances are awe-inspiring. I mean, the Netherlands is 300 kilometers top to bottom, and 250 or 300 kilometers from east to west. So it takes me about 3.5, 4 hours to travel from south of my country to the north. That's how tiny we are.
Yeah, but you can travel to 2 countries in one day, or 3 maybe.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, 3. Yeah, 3.
Well, I like I'm sorry, Gary.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like it up where West Point is. That whole area up there is so beautiful. And because I went up there one time, like I said, West Point, it's New York State.
It doesn't matter where you go in this country, really. You can find a beauty in every corner of this state. Each state, I mean, every part of our country has its own specific draw to it. Whether it's down in the Everglades in Florida, if you ain't seen that shit, that's something. The old Mosquito Coast, man, it's just like swamp for freaking ever. All sorts of shit in that water too. But
we get your alligator men.
Chupacabra.
Yeah.
If you ever get up to Canada, it's very spread out. Like
I would love to see Canada. Everything.
Can I ask the Americans in the room a question? I mean, we in Europe, we see Black Lives Matter. We see people protesting slavery, discrimination, racism, whatever. But seems like the Native Americans are eerily silent. Is that really the case? Are they silent?
No, that's not the case. I mean, just yesterday, or it's making the rounds in the media now, but you see where there was protesters who were shot by one of the tiki torch, some clown who was a militia or something trying to protect the statue.
2 cops.
And that was the statue of a conquistador.
Oh yes, that was in New Mexico or Arizona. I can't remember right now.
And there was a native, there was representative. They were doing that in solidarity with everything that's going on, Black Lives Matter, police reform, everything. But that was largely a native population.
Right.
Okay.
You want to say that it's like an awakening across the United States and around the world. I don't know if that's the right term or not, but it's a realization that as a society we can't keep doing this. Our whole society cannot sustain an injustice that we can all see. And with the buffoon that we have in office right now, none of us are confident that any sort of truth and justice can come out of this. And like I say, there will not be law and order until truth and justice comes forth. And it has to be that way.
Has run around the world for decades, has gone around the world trying to protect and appear to be the leader of democracy and promote democracy and save other countries from tyrants running their countries. And so they do all this shit for decades and decades. And what ends up happening? The world ends up watching America as the creatures of democracy. And this is why the world's involved, is because you all are affecting the world. So we look to America for, we won't say guidance, but it's sort of like a role model, I suppose.
That's what we want. We want that. We want to be that guiding light in the world. That's what we were all brought up to believe that we were fighting for, that we were the shining city on the hill, that we were the great rescuer of the world. And now when we start learning what's behind the scenes, it's ugly. Right. And this man has turned it even to the highest degree of ugly you could get. I don't know what gets more ugly than this son of a bitch. He's a traitor to his country.
Racism has been there for decades.
Racism founded this country. You know, to how we comes to terms with that is something that every American should struggle with, because when you turn around and you face the history, especially the history that you didn't know, that certain incidents, I admitted the other day, the Black Wall Street, that had never come up in my purview of things until recently. And that's
I
my
was
bad.
almost 30 years old before I learned
never even knew
about
it
that
existed.
incident, John.
It was buried.
You
It
heard,
was
John?
buried in history. It was never spoke about. It was hidden. And
explain it.
I was
John.
almost 30.
Please.
Yeah.
Can you?
I was
explain
almost
it?
30 years old before I even knew about that at all.
And it should have been in the history books, because they don't want to put things like that in history books because it's not flattering to your country. Well, sometimes our country is not flattering. What has happened in our country doesn't make us look good nowadays. We look to Europeans and to others around the world. We look like an authoritarian state with a bunch of cops who are willing to kill every citizen out here as long as there's law and order.
Basically, the veneer.
You cannot beat somebody into law and order. That's called subjection.
Whenever
We don't
every
believe
other
that you're
country
free,
uses,
and we don't believe
whenever-
that you're brave.
Yeah.
Whenever every other country
I mean, not
starts
anymore.
using 1930s Germany as a measuring stick as to what's happening in America now, it should concern the American people.
It should.
Because that's what's happening in Asia, Europe. They're using the 1930s and 40s as a measuring
And
stick
his
as what's
dog
happening in
whistles
America
to
now.
the right
Before we've lived it.
are scary.
Well, that's how it was when I was growing up in school. The Indians were always the bad guys, and the white Americans were the good guys.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. We
That's
want
the
to see
shit
the
we
right.
put up
Right.
Yeah, that's called
Yeah.
the winners write the history. Diana Mallory
Yeah.
just donated $5 through Super Chat. Diana, thank you very much, baby. You've been very kind tonight. We appreciate it
Is
tremendously.
Bernadette in the room? There's no Bernadette here tonight.
I can't. I don't.
I think
He's
she
the
was in the
master
blue room
controller
earlier.
over there. I have no visual except for who's in the
okay.
room,
Well,
and that's all I can
Yep.
see. So I don't know who's up in the blue room. I'll tell you what, that blue room was cooking the other night.
It's full, isn't it?
I mean to
That's
tell
what
you.
I'm posting on the YouTube chat right now. Even though the show's going to be coming to an end here in a little bit, party still happens on the
Oh
Blue Room.
shit!
So.
Yeah, that's when it gets cranking. We're up in the blue room after the
So
show.
when are you gonna break out the booze for us, John? in the
Huh?
blue
Put your
room?
head
When are you
out
gonna do
there.
that? When are you
There
gonna
you
break out the booze in the blue room for us?
Hey, I got the booze right over
Yeah,
here.
we need a
I
bar.
got it right
That's
here.
it, Travis. We need a bar.
It's in
Well,
my-
we need
Okay.
share.
Is down the bottom there.
I'll
We
see.
need where you've got the gardening and all the food porn and all that stuff. Why don't you make one there for bartenders corner where we can all put our own personal mixed drinks in there or personal cocktails.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
How the hell did you get that over there?
This is my cajon.
Ah,
Every side has a different sound. I can sit on it, and that's my musical instrument.
That caught me off guard. I was typing a message. I look over, and Dad has this big fucking box. I'm like, what
That's
the
my
hell is? Oh,
cajon.
it's the cajon.
That's my cajon.
uh,
So when y'all whip out your guitars,
So what do you reckon
I'll
about the
just sit on my
bartender?
box and start banging away.
I'll get on that as soon as the show's over for you. Again, I'm up for any. You know, I even added a sports channel because I realized, well, I'm sure a lot of people here like sports. There's nowhere to talk sports, so I added
We
a
are
sports
trying
channel.
to make the
So
Discord.
I'll add you a fucking bar if you want. You know, shit.
No, Travis, it was a
And let me get that
suggestion.
link too,
If you-
Travis.
If you get some
Yeah.
support, by all means, but I'm just throwing it out there. If there may be no support for it, but you know,
Yeah.
you've got food covered, you've got the garden covered.
Oh, I'm pretty
why
sure,
not
Dave,
just have a
people would want a
bartender?
bar on the Discord
The
group.
Barbie channel.
Yeah, how to make a mixed drink. You know, what's your favorite
And
drink
what's
and how
up,
do you make
Dennis?
it? You know,
yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Try this
Yeah.
one, guys.
what do you
Try
think?
this.
What is that, John?
My
A beer
favorite mixed
cooler or
drink is
what?
coffee and milk.
Yeah.
Is that a beer cooler, John, or what is that? Watch your shoulder, man. I was just wondering what that is.
That's my cajon.
Okay. Well, you watch that shoulder now. You're picking it up. That must be pretty heavy.
Oh wait.
That's
see.
what a that's
brought
what
up
a
the
jug and
USS
string
Liberty?
band. Jug and string band uses them, Johnny.
Oh yeah.
You
Hang
know
on,
the jug and
hang on, really quick, y'all. Dennis was going to try to chime in and ask me something. What's up, Dennis?
Yeah. before we ended, I just wanted to give a shout out to a local guy here, and the reason it's news to me is because it's kind of Pokemon related. This guy sells tickets. He gets a bus, and every week there's a raid hour, so he goes to like the populated areas, and they do like Pokemon raids and stuff, and he donates everything to charity, right?
Oh wow!
Right.
So
he's
this
the
past
guy
weekend,
I saw this article. He's the guy.
Yep, that's the guy.
Heartbreaking. Hang on, let me try to get this up on the screen so everybody can see.
Please
explain it. Yeah.
He, I guess he was at a gym, not too far from here, actually.
Yeah.
He saw this guy. I guess if you look at the article, he's a stereotypical neo-Nazi-looking white male. Was accosting like a young 20s female black woman, and just for telling him to stop, the guy like headbutted him and busted up his face and everything.
Wow.
But I thought it was pretty heroic. The guy's he's not a very big guy. He runs the San Antonio Pokemon group, but just for him to stand, that's what we need to see more. More people standing up for.
Exactly,
it looks like it hurt, but I bet he wears it as a badge of honor.
Oh yeah.
I would. I've had my ass kicked before. I'm not a proud
He
guy.
did well.
I've had my ass kicked lots of times.
That's a shame though to see like someone so kind gets.
I stood my ground, baby.
That sucks.
I hope his nose wasn't broken.
If
This
people
is the,
stand up, it's good. Yeah.
Well, good for him. We're all proud
What
of
was the
him. We
guy
should
that
all be
laid his
proud of him.
coat down for the guy for the lady walking? What was his name? It lady.
I'm not a good singer, but we had
that don't stop
we had quite a good song about neo-Nazis, and it goes something like this: If you see a neo-Nazi, punch his teeth. If you see a neo-Nazi, punch his teeth. If you see a neo-Nazi, if you see a neo-Nazi, if you see a neo-Nazi, punch his teeth.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah.
I can get the rhythm of that.
Picture of the guy if you scroll a little bit more. There you go.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, that guy. This is where they say, "Oh, people stand by and watch these assaults on women and blah 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 blah." Well, it's because the people that are assaulting these women these days are just fucking thugs. And if you do step in, you got to be stepping in, being prepared to be hit. Don't
absolutely.
Don't think the guys on Twitter and say, "I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean to hit this woman." Be prepared to be hit. So don't go up there unless you can handle yourself, or you're prepared to try and handle yourself, because the best thing you can do is
if you see somebody being abused, you don't have to turn to the perpetrator. You could turn to the victim. Turn to the victim and comfort them. Stand between, get between them. Show the victim that they have a friend in this area.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm gonna have to give credit to another San Antonio guy who's on TV.
Oh hell, y'all are just full of them up there, ain't you?
John Quinones runs that show. What would you do?
Yes.
Always gives you
Yeah. Good show.
Oh, yeah. What would you do? It always brings out that
Yeah, and that's
love
always
to see people who step up
in the back of my
thing.
mind.
And it is what we should all strive to do, as to the best of your ability. Is sometimes situations are tense and they're scary. They're scary. But if they're scary for you, they're frightening as hell to the person being involved.
Exactly.
Even
you don't
Asian
have to
people are
be
getting attacked now,
the biggest person in the room to defend somebody, or to try to de-escalate a situation in any way that you can.
Words can be powerful.
And when we all try to do that, it gets easier for all of us because there's less of that shit. And I want to thank Jeff Paris, who donated $5 through Super Chat. Jeff, we appreciate it tremendously, buddy. Thank you all tonight. What was that? Somebody was going to say Travis?
Somebody's calling Travis.
No, I said we were talking in the Blue Room earlier.
What's going on? People are fading in and out here.
I can't hear you, TW.
TW, what were you going to say?
Bring me in and bring me out then. Bring me back in,
Oh, he can't do it. Okay, Travis is gonna take you out, TW.
Yeah, little guy is also gone. The New Yorker.
Oh, lived it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
There he is. He's back.
It's nice to see good people are still living in this world.
They're all over the place.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
TW, we can hear you now.
There are good people. There are good people.
we were wondering, because we were, Zelda and I were talking about this. Is there a way, Travis, you can put the blue room back to the blue room instead of putting the chat underneath it?
Wait, the what now? I'm sorry?
He means
Like,
put the
like where you had
underneath.
the blue room and everybody just hit the blue room, the blue dot room.
Oh, now it says
is there
blue
a way to
room,
change that
and then
back?
underneath it
And
says
then
live
says-
chat.
I mean, I can do that. The reason why I did that is because for everybody who's familiar, in other words, you guys, y'all have been around long enough to where you know how to get in. The blue room
but
no,
everybody likes it the other way.
Well, let me finish here.
Yeah.
The reason why I have it this way is because we always reference the after party as the blue room. And I actually have some more additions coming in to that necessary, or into that
Bye, Donna.
that category. Because the category says blue room and then it says voice chat, right?
Yeah.
The blue room is actually going to evolve, and there's going to be multiple rooms, and there's going to be little games for y'all to play in there, if everybody likes that kind of thing. So
You need to file it up into files,
yeah.
sort of.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah, you
like,
get-
I mean, I
also
can
be-
do it, but if you can give me a few days, see how everybody feels about it, because also I'm trying to get it for newcomers to be able to know where to go. They'll know it's a voice chat room, and there's the blue room. They click on voice chat, and they get in.
Maybe put the word.
Tim,
that's
put the
actually
word.
there is no
Put
link
the
to
word
the blue
joy
room.
there.
I see Tim Torkelson says, link me to the blue room. You have to get Discord. That's the first thing anybody has to do is download the Discord app. It's a free app. You can download it from, I guess, anywhere you get your apps. And then you have to make yourself an account. As you see, we have Aussie Dave, Blue Dot Hank, Dennis Valadez, Gary Spring, John I Fly, Lived It, and TW Travis. You don't have to use your real name. You can make up some 007 name or something if you want. Whatever you want. But make yourself an account, and it's gonna be, when you do, you're gonna get the name you just picked with a hashtag and a set of numbers behind it. That is your tag. After that,
No credit cards needed.
no credit card, no money involved at all.
And for Tim and anybody
Totally
else
free.
who's interested, I just posted in the YouTube chat the link that you can click on that'll directly take you to the
There it
group
is.
and all
There it
that
is.
good stuff. So that should do most of the work automatically. In fact, I think if you click that link,
yeah.
you should be able to make an account from there and all that good stuff, and be able to join us
Yeah.
in anytime you want. And that goes for everybody because
That
we're
goes
getting
for
more
everybody.
members and we're having
That
a ball.
blue
so
room is, we're going to have to put referees out there with whistles and flags and everything.
You remember when it first started a year ago when it was only like me, you, and Sparky?
Yeah. There's only a few of us in there now. It's
Longer
a
than
ball
a year
for
ago.
everybody.
Now it just gets confusing sometimes because
Longer than a year
Because
ago.
the message
Yeah,
is
definitely,
strong.
yeah, that's-
It
The
is.
message is strong.
It
It's
is.
appealing, and when I first heard it, that's how it wrapped me up. And I know I'm representative of one of many,
A lot of pissed off
especially as
people.
we get closer, to election.
Well, even for some people, it's the only place they can go because they're outnumbered by all the other people that are crazy about Trump. So this is the place to go.
Well, they're not
Yeah, well,
outnumbered. Look around. There's a
we're
lot of
This is
outnumbered
one
now.
of the few places with some teeth.
That's
That's one
exactly
of the first
right.
things. When
That's
I first
exactly
came
right.
in and I heard John, I was already sold. And then one of the first show I heard, and Bernadette, like she was, rapid fire, just spitting facts, phone numbers, saying, call this bastard now. I
Bernadette,
said that
when
this
she
is
gets on
not
fire,
just
baby.
a rant.
Anybody
It's
that
not
knows
just
this
a rant
Blue
group,
Dot
you
family
know?
knows Bernadette. She is on fire sometimes. She lets us spit, and she's a passionate speaker, as are many of our Blue Dot family. But that it's not a requirement to be here. Hell, you come in here and start talking about your Aunt Gertrude. We're all going to talk about your Aunt Gertrude for a minute. It is a family roundtable, is what this show is. It's just the family gathering around the table. Sometimes we talk
John,
politics.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Shut up! I'm talking. Anyway, as I was saying. What's that, Johnny Fly?
Excuse me? Excuse me? I was going to say I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay, you do that indeed. I checked yesterday. I was going to come in. I didn't see anybody in the room, and I thought to myself, oh, ain't nobody there. But I think I had my...
I guarantee you, if you would have joined, people would have been in there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, if I would have known you were on, I would have went there.
Yeah, John, you just
They
never
talk
come in
more
and
amongst
see us,
themselves
no
than they do me.
See, once you go in the blue room, some of us get notification John's live or John's,
Yep.
you know, so because it's, whatever Travis has made your icon, it seemed to activate things. But
Teresa, you're not the only one that's proud of Miss Nomad, baby.
Travis, you know where it says voice chat underneath blue room?
Yeah.
Can you put the word in there? Can you put the word in maybe just join so people know that they click on that line that's join voice chat?
See, that's been the kind of thing, and we need to wrap this up so we can. I don't want to bore everybody online talking about the blue room here, but yeah. Well, the thing is I could rename it to click to join, but not everybody is. You know, this is a thing. Like, and this is a quick story. You know how you put like your pinky finger and your thumb to make a phone, and you hold it up to.
Call me.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, younger generations don't know what the hell that means.
What's that old man doing? I don't know.
That's not a phone to them. They never had a phone like that. They use like
aloha, malaho, something. I don't know.
So when I said click the join, I don't know if everybody, because there's times where people have told me it's a little confusing. Click to join. They may not realize because if they're on their smart device, they're not on a computer. That's like touch, and it's like you see what I mean? It's like that's why it's like. I wish there was a more of a. Huh?
No, whatever.
Please
click, touch, or swipe to join.
But also, the thing is the very first page that people join on Discord, and it's going to be updated. It's one of the things that I'm working on at the moment, is an instruction. That's the first thing you're greeted with is a tutorial on how to use Discord. And by the next...
You know about what people think. Just work with it when you can.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, and that's pretty much what this is. I'm glad people are giving me feedback because it's giving me something to think about. But I'm also trying to think about new people here. When people have been in here for a long period of time, they know how Discord works. They know how to go in and out. So it's like, okay, how do I make it easier for new people to come in and take care of things? But we'll talk more about this when we go up in the blue room tonight. Right now, the credits have been rolling. It's 40 minutes past.
We got other things coming.
Yeah.
Very shortly, we should have www. Hey, you know what?
I heard you're having a house band. You got a live house band coming.
Oh yeah, that's why I got my cajon. I got my cajon just for that. Okay.
Hey, I haven't heard about the house band. Do I get paid now?
Oh yeah, you get paid the same rate I do.
There you go.
It should pay you to shut up. Get out of here.
John and the Blue Dots. John and the Blue Dots.
John and the Blue Dots. Huh? I don't think so. The only thing I can do is tap on that thing if I tap real lightly. So anyway.
You can tap in time.
Yeah. I got a note here from Miss Nomad that says, a Blue Dot in Texas, I want you to know, John, Travis, and everyone in the chat on YouTube, you are my therapy to keep my sanity. Baby, we're all here for you. Everybody in this room, everybody in this family, we're here for each other. Resigning one's position, and I can't talk, I know, but I can't say, it's one of them things, what Miss Nomad did. But let me tell you, that's integrity, baby. She not only quit a job, baby, she did more than that. Anyway, Miss Nomad, we are so proud of you, and I want to thank you so much, not only for Commander Blue Wade, but for Lefty and Clubby. I got it down already. See there, Clubby out there, the Blue Bear. I love my donkey tremendously, as I have my bear ever since he got here. That you wouldn't believe how many times I come in here and just look at his uniform. And I want to thank Errol Palmer in Afghanistan, buddy. Thank you very much for your service, your dedication, and for being a Blue Dot representative, even in time of war. We appreciate you tremendously, buddy.
Downrange.
Stay safe, man. Stay safe.
That's right, baby. Head down, come home safe. That's what we want. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in the room tonight. Aussie Dave, representing down under Australia, we appreciate you tremendously, buddy.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right. And Blue Dot Hank, all the way from the Netherlands. It's an international night, baby. We appreciate you being here, as long as with Gary Spring up in Canada. We always enjoy your perspective.
Happy to be here.
There you go. And Dennis Valadez, all the way up in North San Antonio. Well, no, he's in South San Antonio, but that's way north of me. It's
Quick
2 hours.
Plug, John. If you aren't friends on Facebook with Hank, you're missing out. Just want to say.
Is he what? Is he like Andy Paguda? You can't turn every day without laughing your ass off?
Yeah, it's very entertaining. I love his posts.
I'll have to check it out. I appreciate it. Dennis, we appreciate your voice being here always. John I. Fly, buddy, you got the keys.
Yeah.
We can't keep you out no more, buddy. You got free roam of the shop. Man.
Captain Johnny.
Make sure you make the coffee when you come in the morning, okay?
Executive washroom.
And don't forget Lift It. Don't forget Lift It. Don't forget the East Coast.
Oh, no,
guys.
buddy. I'm going right down. Lived it. We appreciate you
Oh,
tremendously
yeah,
coming in, buddy. You've been stepping up here lately, and we appreciate that.
Adding some good content.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me. Full support. You know that.
I know it, brother. I know it, and we appreciate it. And our own singing cowboy, T.W. Travis, buddy, we always appreciate you. And Mork. Got to get his 2 cents in here, too.
Yeah.
Buddy, we always appreciate your voice in here.
You got to speak his language, John.
Yeah, I know it. I can't.
Wow, what an attempt.
I know it. Bow wow.
What the fuck was that?
I have no freaking idea.
Is that supposed to be
I can do a
Afro or
cat.
something?
Meow. There you go.
Pekingese.
I now have a cat that comes in every morning. One of the cats outside, I call him Cotton. Now, every morning when I go out to feed Jenny and everything, now when I come back in, he just walks in the door with me. And he just thinks, well, I live in here now. And but he goes back out. I mean, he doesn't stay. He visits for a while and walks around, sniffs the dog's noses, and looks at everybody.
I can see what the bird is probably saying. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Shit, that cat don't stand a chance against that bird. That bird's got a can opener for a beak, I'm telling you. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all being here tonight. This family on YouTube, on Facebook, we appreciate you tremendously. On Periscope, this family reaches around the world because the message is around the world, baby. We love each other, and that's what makes this go. And so I appreciate y'all coming in here. Y'all know what tomorrow is, baby. It's Beer and Bud Friday, so put the beer on the ice, put the bud in the bowl, get it ready. We got lots to talk about tomorrow. Well, we won't talk about it, but I'll rant about it. But I do it live nowadays, so stay tuned, because I will be screaming, because there's plenty enough shit to piss me off about this one. And we all get on here and laugh about it. But when I speak about it, I get very mad, because this is our country. And we're watching it go down the tubes with this man, and we are the guardians of liberty. We are the people that are going to save this country from the demonic, deranged dotard that we have in the White House. Y'all say good night to everybody.
Good night.
There you go.
Good night.
We'll see y'all later.
Good night.
We'll be here again on Sunday night, I reckon, for another Blue Dot family meeting. Y'all come.
Hopefully.